every movie has random trivia. And here at Trivial Theater, I explore some of these movies and the random circumstances that make them the weird creations that we love. Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the theater, there comes a movie that defies the laws of what the fuck? This is Sharkansas's This is Sharkansas's Women's Prison Massacre. Two fracking guys, no, not the Universal Battlestar Galactica swear word, but actual fracking, blow the ever-loving shit out of everything in an opening sequence that has better than 10 shots in about 20 seconds. And somehow, despite some catchy title graphics, explosions, and quick edits, I'm already fracking bored. We then go to meet our relatable main characters. They are transported in a clearly prison-issue van. You know it's true because the magnetic sign on the door says so. Dressed in official Arkansas prison uniforms, complete with official colorful bras. They're shipped out to a work release program that looks pretty intense. And then we get some eye candy for the lovers of the ladies. As for the lovers of the gents, I guess this guy smolders or something? Our first shark attack victim, who apparently has the reflexes of a snail, disappears in an incredibly fake wave of shark and swamp water. The cops find her bloody shirt and start the search. In the meantime, a set of detectives who spend the entire movie just kinda driving around, expositing on random things, come upon some realistic body parts and someone's failed attempt to make it rain. We learn, as if we didn't already know, that the carnage is the result of a shark. After looking around for their lost companion, the cops and prisoners start the return trip. They're ambushed and taken hostage by a prisoner's lover, and eventually find themselves in a model home. A backwoods cabin far away from civilization. We're treated to more wardrobe changes than I thought was humanly possible for prisoners on the run. Seriously, we're talking swimsuits, corseted tops, and high-heeled boots. That's when the shark attacks really start, and we find out that these prehistoric creatures can swim on land. This point is backed up by an incredibly dated Saturday Night Live reference.
A land shark? You mean like from Saturday Night Live?
A random professor just stumbles upon them and explains how this is actually a thing that could happen, because this one time in Asia,
scientists discovered an ocean lying 1,400 kilometers below Eastern Asia. Oceans are teeming with life, including predators like sharks.
Characters we really don't know jack shit about get taken out by land sharks, and then super fakey guns are brought out to avenge those that were lost. Our dwindling cast of characters escape to an underground cave system, which should get them away from the sharks, but people are betrayed and the climactic shot cuts away from what would have been a very satisfying shark attack. The movie ends with land sharks reminding us of the title, but wait, there's a mid-credit roll, which probably means there's gonna be more of these lutefisk movies in the future. Now this is a tale of an intriguing title, and not much else. It lets me down in ways I didn't think a bad movie could. One of my biggest critiques of the last shark movie I reviewed was the idea that even though the water was very shallow, a massive shark could still pull folks under. I'm pretty sure these assholes heard that and decided to double down on that premise. This time the water was generously 5 to 7 inches deep, and this shark is big and spiky and yet pulls these guys under. And the trend continues. Seriously, I'm not asking for any kind of realism here, but come on, give me something. In a movie chocked full of cringy lines,
Cop copy! It's supposed to be watered down!
Well, I, for one, am not down for a fun game of Sharkosaurus roulette.
Kidnapping us, I know, but look at that rack.
Here we are, peaches and beans, my specialty.
Yeah, there ain't no sharks in these woods.
Yeah, not that we know of!
There's one that's repeated multiple times. I'm assuming they thought it was clever, and I can't figure out why.
Crap on a cracker. Crap on a cracker.
It even shows up in their mid-credit roll.
Crap on a cracker!
It seems to me this movie has a weird thing for souls, because the amount of screen time dedicated to them rivals Quentin Tarantino's infamous foot fetish. And I'm not sure how I feel about that point. So this movie's biggest problem wasn't the shitty CGI, bad acting, or meandering plot. I get the title is supposed to draw you in for what is essentially a piss take of a movie, but it could have been something epically bad. The lack of over-the-topness was disappointing on so many levels. There are moments where you can see glimpses, but it's so muted that it comes off as just boring. In other words, it was insufficient to be a really over-the-top experience. God, it could have been great, but it floundered. Sorry if this commentary is a little biting, if it came off as a bit snarky. I'm just about done with the puns, but there's a shark contrast in tone that I have to do to end on a high note. Thanks to TurboCat42 for the recommendation. I hope the review wasn't too ham-fisted. So what do you think? Suggestions for movies, trivial questions, comments, ratings, and some more great fish puns would be appreciated. Thank you so very much for watching.